Hey party people, we're going to be providing you some pro tips on how to convert this Torquemaster Plus spring system to a torsion spring system. Let's party. So before taking down the Torquemaster Plus spring system, you want to make sure you have all the parts necessary to do the conversion. You're going to need new drums. You're also going to need a new center bracket. And of course, that center bracket is going to need a new center bearing. Now, obviously, you don't want to forget the torsion tube. Now, here's one part you're definitely going to need. You're going to need these type of end bearing plates. These are the end bearing plates that I recommend when doing a Torquemaster conversion, because if you go with the Wayne Dalton version, it will not set well on the door flag to this specific garage door. Last but not least, you want to make sure you get the right cables, and these are standard torsion cables or cables for the garage door that you would put on a torsion system. Unfortunately, as you notice right there, these loops, these hoops, they're pretty big. So you want to go with Wayne Dalton cables. That's the better cable for this type of conversion. Now, once you have all your parts in place, you're going to start releasing the tension to the Torquemaster Plus spring system, whichever side is not broken. And you'll do that with a deep socket, 5/8 socket with a wrench. Simply take off that tension slowly but surely without getting yourself hurt. Now, if you're ready, you can start putting those end bearing plates onto the door flags. And basically, you're going to utilize some screws and some 1/2" nuts and bolts. Maybe you want to go 9/16 to secure them onto the door tracks. Now here's a pro tip for you. I put the torsion tube up to make sure that I can set the center bracket level and straight, making sure that that torsion tube does not sag or does not bend. So it'll take a level of experience to make sure that you eyeball that center bearing plate, making sure that your torsion tube is level. You're going to use some 7/16 screws to secure that center bearing plate onto the wood of your garage door header. So now with all those parts in place, you're going to go ahead and slide on your center bearing and slide on your torsion springs and connect them at the center bearing plate with a 9/16 nut and bolt. As we continue this process, we're going to go ahead and take off the old cables from the Wayne Dalton Torquemaster spring system, and we're going to be putting on, yes, the new cables, the Wayne Dalton cables for this 9100 model Wayne Dalton garage door. And these are what the loops look like. You will definitely want to go with these type of cables. You don't want to go with the bigger cables because the hooks to this door system or to this particular door are much smaller. So these are the cables when converting from Torquemaster to torsion that you want to acquire. So I think this is a good point to talk about torsion springs, because on this 16x7 9100 model Wayne Dalton garage door, we're going to be putting a pair of 218 wire by 1 3/4 diameter by 43-inch long torsion springs. Why? Well, basically because the customer wanted to go with a higher cycle life spring. Thus, the suggestions that you see right now on the screen are simply to help you and guide you to be able to find the right springs for your needs when converting from Torquemaster to torsion. Hey party people, so if you've stuck around so far and you found any value out of this video, please consider subscribing. And while you're at it, hit that like button because it would really help out this channel. Let's run it down. We've taken down the Torquemaster Plus spring system. We've put up the new torsion spring system. We've got our cables in. Now all we need to do is start applying tension to the torsion springs. Oh, and another pro tip, please, please, please do not use an impact drill to tighten the set screws to those torsion springs. Use a deep socket with a socket wrench to simply tighten those set screws so that way the next guy doesn't have to fight with that torsion tube. After that is done, you're going to check the balance to your garage door. You're going to connect the garage door arm to the garage door operator bracket, and you're going to make any adjustments to the garage door opener motor to ensure proper operation. There's a number of videos on YouTube and especially the internet that go over the replacement of a Wayne Dalton Torquemaster Plus spring system and even Torsion spring systems, but I find that the majority of them are from do-it-yourselfers or jack of all trades. Now, I am a garage door dealer contractor licensed and insured in the state of California. Thus, the pro tips that we provided you today should not be considered law or infallible. Why? Well, because I'm nobody. But at the same time, it's important for you to understand your garage door needs and your garage door circumstances. Thus, if you don't care to know about replacing Torquemaster Plus spring systems, or you don't care about converting your torsion spring, and you would rather hire someone to do that, then reach out to a contractor, because that's what we're there for. Now, if you're still on the fence about converting your Wayne Dalton Torquemaster Plus spring system to torsion springs, then check out this video right here where we go over the benefits of staying with a Torquemaster Plus spring system. I want to thank y'all for partying with me, and as always, y'all stay safe.